Like if you found the video valuable. Samir had always been curious about the old apartment building near the train tracks. Rumors said it had been abandoned for years, but he had a key he'd found in a rusty locker at a yard sale. There was no label, just a small brass tag etched with 307. One rainy evening, Samir decided to see where it led. The lobby smelled of mildew, the lights flickering overhead. He climbed the narrow stairs, the key cold in his hand, and reached the third floor. Door 307 stood at the end of the hall, its paint chipped and peeling. With a shaky hand, Samir inserted the key. It turned smoothly, as if it had been waiting for him. The door creaked open. Inside, the apartment was frozen in time. Dust-covered furniture, stacks of newspapers from years ago, and a faint smell of decay filled the air. Samir stepped cautiously, exploring the room. A leather-bound journal sat on the table. He opened it. The first entry made his blood run cold. If anyone reads this, they're already trapped. The key chooses who enters. He laughed nervously. Superstition, probably. But the entries grew darker. Each one detailed a person entering the apartment, drawn by curiosity, only to vanish without a trace. A sudden creak behind him made Samir spin. The door was closed, locked. He rattled it, but it wouldn't budge. Panic surged. He ran to the window. It was barred. From the corner of the room, he heard footsteps, slow, deliberate, circling. He whipped around. The apartment was empty, or so he thought. Then he saw it. A shadow moving across the walls, detached from any source of light. The footsteps stopped. A whisper echoed from the darkness. The key always comes back. Samir's heart raced. He grabbed the journal and tried the door again. Nothing. He screamed, pounding, but the sound felt muffled, like the room swallowed it whole. The shadow advanced. It wasn't human. Limbs stretched, twisting unnaturally. He backed into a corner, clutching the journal, eyes wide in terror. The last entry in the journal caught his eye, freshly written, as if by invisible hands. Welcome. You're part of the story now. The lights flickered one final time, and Samir felt a cold hand close over his shoulder. The shadows engulfed him. The next morning, the building looked deserted as always. Door 307 stood silently at the end of the hall, waiting for the next person the key would choose. And somewhere, on the table, a new journal entry was written. A man named Samir entered today. Curiosity claimed him.